We are here this morning to ask members of the media and the public at large for assistance in the homicide investigation of Holly Piirainen. Good morning. I'm Hampden District Attorney Anthony Gallooni. I'm joined today by Massachusetts State Police Detective Thomas Sullivan, Assistant District Attorney Beth Dunphy-Ferris, and members of Holly Piirainen's family to my right.
On February 1st, Hampden District Attorney Anthony Gallooni made public for the first time previously unseen evidence in the murder of 10-year-old Holly Piirainen.
On August 5th, 1993, Holly had been vacationing with her family, with her father, and other family members at a cottage in Sturbridge. She was last seen by her father at about 11:45 a.m., heading toward a residence around Allen and South Shore Roads in Sturbridge to play with puppies she knew were at a home. About 1 hour later, Holly was reported missing by her father after she did not return. Her father immediately began searching for her, finding only her sneaker on South Shore Road. Police were notified and a massive search began by local and state police, sheriff's departments, and law enforcement contingents from the states of Connecticut and Rhode Island. The search stretched on for days and weeks, continuing with no results. Sadly, on October 23rd, 1993, Holly's remains were found by hunters in a wooded area off Five Bridge Road in the town of Brimfield. The crime scene was photographed and processed by personnel from the Massachusetts State Police, including its Crime Scene Services Section and Crime Laboratory, and the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner. Items discovered at or near the location of Holly's remains were documented, seized, and have been maintained by the Massachusetts State Police ever since. Throughout the subsequent investigation into Holly's disappearance and death, evidence has been reviewed, identified for forensic analysis, and subjected to various testing procedures. As a part of my office's ongoing efforts to solve outstanding homicide cases, Holly's case has remained in focus and has been continually reviewed to determine if the application of further forensic and scientific examination would be beneficial. Case items documented in 1993 were identified within the past 6 months for further forensic testing, expanding on previous testing.
In 2012, then Hampton DA Mark Mastriani announced that a deceased Springfield man had been forensically linked to an item discovered at the crime scene. The son of a Springfield firefighter, David Pouliot, a union carpenter who had worked for the Springfield Parks and Rec Department and the Westfield Department of Youth Services, had no history of violent or sexually related crimes, though he had been in police custody, according to the DA. In 1985, while living in Chicopee, Pouliot had been arrested for driving under the influence after hitting a parked car and fleeing the scene. An avid hunter and fisherman, who as a teenager served in the Cub Scouts and attended day camp at Camp Mishkwat in Chicopee, Pouliot had a strong connection to the woods around Brimfield where Holly's skeletonized remains were discovered by a pair of hunters, according to the DA. Mastriani, however, declined to name Pouliot as an official suspect in the case at the time.
Regarding one item, a white tank top, the assistance of the public is now being sought. As you can see, this is a white tank top style shirt with a blue, purple, and pink colored Boston motif on the exterior front. The shirt has no tags or size information. We are seeking the public's assistance for any information about this shirt. We are interested in determining who owned the shirt, its origin, or places where it was known to be sold, anything about its manufacture, or any information regarding its association with the area where Holly was found in the Five Bridge Road area of Brimfield. We also recently included Holly's case in a deck of playing cards that was distributed in Massachusetts jails and prisons in partnership with the Massachusetts State Police, which aims to encourage tips and information from inmates who may be in the know about what happened to Holly.
The Hampton District Attorney would not say whether DNA had been found on the tank top or whether it had been discovered with Holly's remains, only saying it had been located by police in the vicinity. He also would not comment on Pouliot, only saying there are persons of interest in the case.
As District Attorney, along with my team, we never forget victims of homicide. And more important, we work on these cases until justice is served. It is our mission to deliver justice for these victims and their families. For all of us involved, it is a solemn and deeply meaningful obligation. In this endeavor, we work as many hours as we can devote. We spare no expense. We deploy only the best investigators and resources, and we employ the latest technologies. However, in many instances, we cannot do it alone. We need the public's assistance. We need someone who knows something to stand up with us and do what is right. As we continue this search for answers, we are here today to issue a clarion call to the public and together as a community, to finally bring justice for Holly and her family. Anyone with information that is specifically related to the Boston tank top, or any information at all that is related to Holly's murder, we ask that you contact Holly's tip line, 413-426-3507. You can also use text-to-tip by texting the word crimes, numerically 274637, and type the word solved into the body of the message, followed by your tip. Just a couple weeks ago, on January 19th, Holly would have celebrated her 40th birthday. For nearly 30 years, the Piirainen family has been coping with this unimaginable tragedy. Throughout that time, law enforcement has never stopped working to bring justice for Holly and her family. Today, we continue to urge members of the public who have any information to please contact us. Holly's family here with us today and watching at home, we stand with you in your grief, we share in your loss, and we are relentless in bringing those responsible to justice. Again, if you have any information on the abduction and murder of Holly Piirainen, or about the tank top shirt shown, please call the Hampton District Attorney's tip line at 413-426-3507. I thank you.